okay. Yeah, yeah. So two Prabhus joined there. Yes.
Yes. So one of them is here.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Pranam. Yes, Prabhupada.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritam Naram Chaiva Narvottam Devi Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayamudhe Natpraya Sarvadesha Nityam Bhagavad Seva Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhakti Bhavati Nashtaki Om Ajnanati Bandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurumritam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namo Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Lagayate Girim Yatki Patadam Bande Sri Guru Dintaranam Paramananda Madham Sri Chaitanya Yusram Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Ke Namne नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष अस्मिन्नादि प्रसाद सतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय. Hare Krishna. So Bimla Mataji, you are keeping track of all the attendance, right?
Yes, Prabhuji, I'm tracking
Okay, it's
everything.
very important to make sure that there is 80%, at least minimum 80% attendance.
Yeah,
And
I will
then,
post it. I
and
will
then,
post it in the group, Prabhuji.
okay, and then other stuff we'll talk as we go along. So we are in verse number 13. We are talking about Sambhuti and Asambhuti. So can somebody tell me what is your learning about what is Sambhuti and what is Asambhuti?
Sambhuti is independent of everything.
Yes.
And
Sambhuti
Asambhuti
is
is
independent of everything.
not independent of everything existence. Asambhuti.
And Asambhuti, who depends on Sambhuti.
Yeah.
So who is independent of everything? That's Lord himself. So we have to keep that in mind. So these two terms, when we see Sambhavat and Asambhavat, you have to understand what it's talking about. So Anyad evahu Shambhavad. Anyad ahu Shambhavat. Iti susurma dhiranam enastad vichakshire. Anyad evahu Shambhavad. So evahu again, certainly. There is result by, there is a specific result by worshipping of Shambhavat, worshipping the Supreme Court. And there is another result, Anyad. Both have their own results. Ahur Asambhava, when worshipping, which is not supreme. So there are two different results. Iti Susurma Dhirana. All of this is being heard by pure, unalloyed devotee. So Dhirana, whom we should take the knowledge from? Dhira. That's what we studied in previous verse. So we take knowledge from Dhira. Iti Susurma Dhirana. We have to take knowledge from Dhira, pure devotee. Enastad Vichak Sire. So Vichak Sire means to explain. Vichak, who has explained in detail. So here, Enastad Vichak Sire, the Acharyas, the Dhiranam, the Supreme Personal, the Supreme most devotee, super powerful devotee, they have explained this. What they have explained? That there are different results of worshipping the Supreme Lord versus worshipping the others who are not the Supreme. So what are the others? Demigod is one. And then also worship of forefathers, Pitri, is another one. Or worship of ghost is another option. So there are many options, Not only that, people do a lot of different types of worships. So all of these which are not the worship of Supreme Lord, has different result. So let's get into purport. So Prabhupada first says that all paths do not lead to the same goal, which is very clear to many of you. An example is given that if you buy the ticket for Kolkata by train and your destination is to go to Kolkata, you cannot go to Mumbai. You have to get the ticket for Mumbai. And this is a very simple example, but it tells the fact that devotees who are striving for Krishna's abode, they have to take the path, they have to take the teaching that Krishna has presented. Any other path will have other goals. So all paths do not lead to the same goal. But then what path that we have to follow? What one has to follow? That's the question. Then Prabhupada says that we should follow the Supreme Lord, Sambhava, the cause of all the causes. Right? That's what in fact everybody does, right? I mean, if you ask people, they think that Lord Ganesha is the cause of all the causes. I told you the story that one day I was talking to people from Durga temple, and they were saying that in their Purana, it says that Durga is the cause, and from her 10 fingers, all the 10 incarnations have come. Many places they say that from the womb of Mother Durga, these three personalities have come. And they say that Radharani also comes from Durga. All of that, their own understanding. So they are thinking that knowing them or knowing whatever personality they believe in, they will go back to whom? Back to Krishna, their abode, right? But whom to hear from? We hear from Nana Sastra Vichar, the person who has studied multiple scripture and given the essential teaching. I was just talking to another devotee, and I was asking him, what you like the most about Krishna consciousness? He said, number of books. We cannot read all the literatures that are there in Krishna consciousness. He said that all we knew about is Bible, one Bible, everything, and then there are different commentary on Bible by other people. But there is no other books like Srimad Bhagavatam or Mahabharata or Ramayana or Ishopanishad. There are books for how to sing for Krishna. There are books how to do deity worship. All of that is, presented. So he was telling me that, a lot of learning. And I knew that Krishna is not bound only in one book, he said. So that gave me my initial attraction to Krishna consciousness. Likewise, there are many things. It's very broad. Right? We ourselves cannot finish all the scriptures. See how long it took us to finish the Bhakti Shastra systematically if we study. And whole life, if we study, and still we cannot finish all the Vedic teachings. So those dhiras, those acharyas, they have taken the essential learning from all the scripture and they have presented us the fact. So who we need to know? We need to know the Supreme Lord. And then the last part, the third part, is talking about how to know him. So that's what we have been, doing. Second part, Krishna is the supreme cause, is Prayojana. We have to know Krishna. And third part, how to know him is Avidya. Third item there, process. Process of knowing Krishna. Okay. So that's how Prabhupada summarized this purport, and we will quickly get through it. Can somebody read? I think it's just reading. Most of you know this subject, but we'll just read it.
I will read.
Yeah.
All paths do not lead to the same goal. One achieves different result by different modes of worship. Bhagavad Gita 9.25. Worshippers of the forefather attain their planets. Materialists remain in this world. Devotees of Krishna reach him in his spiritual sky. Demigod worshippers reach the demigod planets.
Yes.
Yanti deva vrata devan pitran yanti pitarvratah bhutani yanti bhutejya yanti mad yajino apimam.
So Krishna very clearly said, right, that Yanti Deva Vrata Devan. The people who are worshipping demigods, they go to the abode of demigod. Pitri Niyanti Pitravartaha. The one who are worshipping their forefathers, they go to the abode of forefather. But the one Yanti Yad Ajino Apimam, the one who worship me, they will come to me. So different worshipper has different destination. Continue, Mataji.
All paths do not lead to the same goal. Such foolish theories are offered by self-made gurus who have no connection with parampara. Example, one who has purchased a ticket for Kolkata can reach Kolkata but not Mumbai. Such mundane and compromising offers attract foolish people who become puffed up with their manufactured method of spiritual realization.
Continue.
Faith. Only those who are cleansed of all sinful reaction can have unflinching faith in Krishna. Others will continue hovering on the material platform with their paltry ways of worship and thus will be misled from the real path under the false impression that all path leads to the same goal.
Yeah.
Unless on ears from an acharya in the parampara, one cannot have the real key to spiritual knowledge. An acharya is one who, never disturbed by material changes, has heard the Vedic knowledge from a previous acharya and never presents anything not mentioned in the scripture.
Yes. So very nicely, it says who we should hear from. Who is the acharya? Never disturbed by material changes. Right? Not the people, we talked about it, not the people who are attracted to name, fame, glory, pastime, and all of that. I am this, I am that, right? People who are doing mystic, exhibition, not those type of people. And one very important thing for us to learn, person who has learned the Vedic knowledge from the previous acharya, that's disciplic succession. We must learn the knowledge from someone who has realized it. That's how we advance. And never present anything that not mentioned in the scripture. I don't think how many people are abiding with this one. I see people going left, right, all over the place and saying that it's all good as long as we are teaching. Now it has been a little bit changed. I see that, but we should always strive not to talk, not to present anything that is not presented in Shastra, not in the scripture. It's very important point for making our words, whatever we are saying, making that pious and chastity of our words are when it is aligned with the teaching of Shastra. It's not talking anything that is not mentioned in the Shastra. Continue, Mataji.
Parampara. When the bhakti principles became distorted, Krishna re-established them by teaching his confidential friend and devotee Arjuna, Bhagavad Gita 4.2-3. Only a devotee and friend of the Lord who follows the path of Arjuna can understand Bhagavad Gita. Misinterpretations. Some translator who care nothing for Krishna or Arjuna interpret this sublime dialogue and explain in their own way.
So misinterpretation is being mentioned here. Do you have anything to talk about it? Anybody has anything to talk about it? Do you think that this is truthful or no? Any realization, any feedback? Do you believe that this is happening?
Yes, Prabhu. Lot of things are happening, especially in India. Someone easily pick up and they deliver this message easily in their own way,
Yeah.
not how Krishna presented to Arjuna.
Yes.
And they easily claim they are God. That is easily we
Yeah.
can say.
Yeah. Anybody like to talk? Sadhujananda Prabhu, Manohar Prabhu, you want to talk about it? What do you have to share about misinterpretation? Not only through the books, but what are the other means that people are misrepresenting the teaching?
By looking others, Prabhu, that's like, what others do, we also follow the same. So by looking social media, so many other things, we get diluted, yeah.
By looking, very good point. By looking at others, yeah. Most of the things we do by following others, right?
Right. And the reason is, it is said that follow the majority, follow the majority, and in this Kali Yuga, majority of the people, kind of go into different direction. And it's easy that being in material world, we get towards the same similar direction. We follow the crowd by not knowing whether it's a true or right path, by not connecting to the acharya, like you mentioned here, not getting a shelter of those acharyas and all, but we follow. Yeah.
Good. Anybody else would like to talk on that subject? What are the different types of misinterpretation of this knowledge? Sadhananta, are you there?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
So what are the different misinterpretation that you can, like he said that we follow others. That's good.
Yeah. So basically, what we have the 5 defects are there. One of them are we are illusioned. So that is also causes like not taking the knowledge as is. That is what one thing I was thinking, Prabhuji, because of base it is because in this question regarding this question. So we would not be even the fact is there in front of us, but we would not be able to take it as is because of our illusion, our conditioned state of the life.
Yeah. Exactly. So Krishna is the supreme cause. That was the first point, second point, right? And this is coming from all Shastra, all the scriptures ultimately come to this conclusion. And Mahaprabhu personally, in his teaching to Sanatana Goswami, he gives that Swayam Roop, this word is very important to remember, Swayam Roop. Swayam Roop is Sri Krishna. And then from him, his Vaibhav Prakash, Prabhav Prakash, and then from his Prabhav Prakash, there is Tadekatma Rupa, and from there, all the Vilas forms, Chaturbhuja, Pratham Chaturbhuja, Dvitiya Chaturbhuja comes, like that. Right? So all of the expansions that are coming from Swayambhu, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. So Krishna is the cause of all the causes. And Shankaracharya even confirms that. How he confirms? Bhaj Govinda, Bhaj Govinda, Bhaj Govinda, Mudmud. Oh, dull mind, please worship the Supreme Lord. And Krishna also personally tells that one should leave all other variety of religion and surrender unto him. Which verse is that? Can anybody remember? Santa Mataji, which verse is that?
Sarvadharman
Hold
Parityajya.
on. Santa Mataji, which verse is that? Do you know? Hare Krishna. Santa Mataji, which verse is that? You know where Krishna talks about that? I think we have to start keeping the camera on next time. Okay. Brinda Mataji, do you she might not have.
Hare Prabhu.
Yeah, where Krishna talks about that verse? Do you know? Which verse is talking about? Yes, Prabhu, please go ahead. Janand Prabhu.
18.66 Sarvadharman
Yeah,
Parityajya.
so the Manpuri verse is being cited here. Right. Right. So one has to abandon all types of religion and worship Krishna. But how the faith comes? So why faith is being emphasized? Because faith is the very first step. Shraddha Sabda Vishwas. Right? Adho Shraddha Tadho Sadhu Sangha Bhajan Kriya Anarth Nivati, like that. So Shraddha, bhakti begins from faith. Faith is the very beginning point. So faith comes when one hears from Acharya. That's what Prabhupada is trying to emphasize in this segment. So how that whole process of hearing works, Mataji, can you read it one after another?
Yes,
Let's see how does it work? Okay, let me see if somebody else can read. Can somebody else read it?
Sure,
Who
Prabhuji.
else can read it?
Hearing-
Satyananda, can you read it?
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Santa Mataji, can you read it?
Yes, Prabhu.
Please read it.
Perfection of, so you're asking me, Prabhu, or?
Let Santa Mataji read it.
Perfection of Sambhava, hearing about Krishna draws his attention. That is SB 1.2.17.
You say that hearing about Krishna draws his attention. See, if we talk about Krishna, then it attracts Krishna's attention. How powerful is that? We say that when we are chanting the name of Krishna, Krishna is dancing on our lips. Right? So Krishna, Krishna. So Krishna is such a sensitive person that when we are calling his name, he pays attention. Oh, this person is chanting my name. So our relationship is built up, right? If I tell Santa Mataji, Santa Mataji, Santa Mataji, and she'll pay attention. Right? I say Santa Mataji, she says, yes, Prabhu. So we have a relationship. That's a relationship is built up. Now we are talking, right? So that's how it is. It's very important that we understand the importance. Prabhupada said hearing is very, very important. Why? Because it's mentioned here. It builds, it set up the path. It gives the relationship that we have to follow. Okay. Then next one.
Krishna gives directions and cleanses the heart of passion and ignorance.
So what happens with that attention? What happens with that attention? Cleaning happens. Cleaning starts happening. Our heart starts getting cleaner.
Detachment.
And then the ignorance and passion that we have in our heart, that starts getting removed. Okay, Mataji, please.
Attains goodness and becomes qualified as a Brahmana.
Yeah. So this is, basically Prabhupada's purpose, right? You can see how Prabhupada, you'll have to spend a lot of time to understand this this sequence. But this sequence is presented by Prabhupada. Prabhupada is drawing from different places, and then giving us the flow. So first we must hear. And hear from whom? Who can say? Santa Mataji, nice. You can read, but let me hear from somebody else. Who we are hearing from? Manohar Prabhu, who we are hearing from?
I'm hearing from like Prabhupada books. That
Acharya, hearing from Acharya,
Yeah.
Dhira. We are hearing from devotees who are in the disciple succession. We studied, we talked about that. Devotees who are in disciple succession, devotees who are Dhira, devotees who have studied Shastra under the guidance of a advanced devotee. So we are hearing from them, okay? That type of hearing is cleansing our heart. We are getting clean. And that cleaning, what it does, Mataji, please continue.
Happy, enthusiastic to perform bhakti.
Yes. So third one, attains goodness and becomes
Attains.
qualified as Brahmana. You know what is this verse? Brahmut prasanatmana sochtina kanchati. Samasarvesi bhut mad bhakti lavate padam. My begins. So it's beginning. And then how it begins? Enthusiastic. With enthusiasm. Utsah dharya nishat. Tat tat karman pravartate. So we are engaged in devotional service, but we are engaged with enthusiasm. So enthusiasm is symptom of advancement also. You cannot have artificial enthusiasm. If you are enthusiasm all the time, I have to do kirtan, I have to do deity worship, I have to do kirtans, 24 hours kirtan that's going on, devotees have been there, day, night. All of that enthusiasm that comes, oh, I'm doing, but I don't have interest, I'm just doing it. And I'm sleeping, I'm not showing interest, Prabhu is saying something, somebody is saying something, but that means we are doing right thing, but still enthusiasm has not come. Okay, that means we have to go back and focus on our hearing process. Don't manufacture the process, right? I see right now, devotee gives a lot of weightage to other things, drama, this drama, that drama, this play, that play, but they forget the most important thing is hearing. Hearing is the most important thing. We must hear. We must hear. Very important. When we are going out, when we are talking to people outside of our family of Krishna consciousness, we give them opportunity to hear. Hearing. Very, very important. Okay. And if they're hearing from right source, they say that if you hear from the right source, what will happen? It will clean your heart. And when the heart cleans, the cleaning of the heart happens, then what happens? Enthusiasm. Utsah in the devotional service comes. Anything that you come, you do with faith and enthusiasm. Okay, Mataji.
Happy and enthusiastic to perform bhakti.
And then continue.
Becomes liberated soul and sees Krishna in every step of life.
Did we read? Are you seeing the signs of God is unveiled?
Oh, sorry. See, okay. Sorry. Signs of God is unveiled.
Then
Freed from material attachment.
Then
Doubts of mind are cleared by the Lord's grace.
Then
Becomes liberated soul and sees Krishna in every step of life.
So this is Prabhupada's purport. This is a nice flow. Many of you should take the picture of this one. This is screen. It tells you how one progresses in the process of bhakti. So where we are, anybody knows where we are on this process? Do you know where we are in? Okay. Sadhujana, where you are on that process? Where you are? Are you free from the material attachment?
No, Prabhuji. No.
Okay. So then do you have doubts that in your mind that Krishna is, then maybe you are at higher stage. Do you have doubt in your mind, or you think that there is no doubt? Huh?
No doubt, Prabhuji. The Krishna is there for sure, but you referred as the Cheto Darpanamarjanam. That cleansing has to be happen more and more. So at that point of time, maybe yeah. But yeah, Krishna is there for sure. There is no doubt about it to help us in any whichever way. But yeah, I'm not there yet. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, I might be somewhere here. I'm still in the process of hearing and maybe dealing with the ignorance, passion, and goodness somewhere in the bottom. This goodness and becomes qualified as Brahmana for sure. I'm not there. Enthusiastic, I'm not. I mean, it's far away. Somewhere here in the beginning stage. I'm still dealing with the mode of passion and ignorance. Right? At least I'm there. I'm not quite in advance. So this is very beautiful presentation. I want to tell you, I really like this presentation because are you seeing the screen, devotees?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhuji.
I don't know. I don't see the screen here. Say that I have to something like that. Let's stop sharing. Just 1 minute, probably. Now I can see it. So this is beautiful, flow chart, how to advance in our Krishna consciousness. So please remember this order, okay? Free from the material attachment, that is not very lower stage. It's very advanced stage. We all have some degree of attachment, name. I don't know. I mean, I'm trying to really, find out how I should act like as a pure devotee, or what should I do to become. I don't know. I'm trying to, figure it out. And I always pray to Sixth Goswami that please help me, I need to do devotion. But again, I don't know. I have studied Shastra, we all are studying Shastra together, but still, this contamination of the heart, passion and ignorance, keep on coming, what to do, what not to do, all of that is part of our life. So we have to be free from this. And then coming to that stage where there is no doubt, I don't think that we can say that I have no doubt. Maybe no doubt on very gross level, maybe there is no doubt on very gross sense, but in subtle way, still there is some doubt. If there is no doubt, then why we have so much attachment for other things, and why there are so many disturbances, then why we are afraid of something that is not in our favor, right? So you have to go a little deeper to understand, do I really have full trust in Krishna? Yeah, maybe on gross sense, I have some. I'm engaged. But in subtle way, if you think, the symptoms of some of the actions that we have confirms that no, I still have some other connection somewhere that is not letting me have the firm faith. And what is the perfect example? Perfect example is that we still think that we are the doer. Is that right or wrong? How many of you think that you are not the doer? Can you please tell me? How many of us think here that we are not the doer? I want to know. Can somebody tell me?
Mostly everyone thinks we are doing.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I would really say that this is honest answer. Yeah, we think we are the doer. Okay, we do think on the gross way, maybe not, a subtle way.
Subtle way. Yeah.
We do think that we are the doer.
We are always
Yeah.
worker.
Huh?
We are always worker.
Yeah, I don't want to say that because people then they will get into a different direction. But yes, that's another thing that I would point out, that how much time we are giving for Krishna consciousness. Look at the routine that we have every day that we follow. How much of that is to grow our Krishna consciousness versus to do something else that is not Krishna consciousness. Look at our daily schedule. You'll find out that might not be much. Okay, so these are the things also tells that our faith is not fully formed, giving our own definitions of certain things, doing things based upon what you like, what this. So these are definitely not the firm faith. Now, don't argue, please. But one may say that, oh, Prabhu, if I don't act, then how I would get result? Then you have to go back, and look at our acharyas, all the way back up to 6 Goswamis. That's faith. So doership mentality has to be completely gone. And once that gone, then one become liberated soul. And Krishna, they see Krishna everywhere. What is that verse in Bhagavad Gita? It says that that soul is very rare who can see Krishna all around. You know what the verse is? Sadhusanga, Sadhguru Prabhu.
One is it Bahunam Janmanam Ante
Yes.
Jnanvan Mam Prapadyate?
Yes, that's the verse. That's the verse. Bahunam Janmanam Ante Gyanvan Mam Prapadyante Vasudevam Sarvamiti. So,
Samahatma
Mahatma
Durlabha.
Sudurlabha.
yeah.
And one more
So-
also there, Manishanam
So
Sadasri.
when Krishna is saying that Mahatma is Durlabha, means that person has come across through all of these steps. He has crossed all of that, and then he has come. So that person who sees Krishna everywhere is rare. Yes. That person is rare. Okay. So now we have started from hearing process, and slowly we have come to this stage. But then next question is who it is meant for. Is it working only for the people who are taken birth in the land of Bharatvarsha? Or maybe some of the people who are staying in the adjoining area of Bharatvarsha? Or who it is meant for? Who it is meant for? Do we know?
Everyone.
Everyone.
Yeah. So this process works for everyone, right? It's not very specific for particular person, type of person, a particular personality. This will work for everybody. Doesn't matter who they are. And that's what Prabhupada is saying here. Irat Unandra Pulinda Pulkasa Avira Shumbha Yavanah Kasadaya. Anya cha papa yad anya cha papa yad apsarava asraya Shudhyanti Tashmai Prabhavishnave Namaha. So it purifies to everybody. Doesn't matter how much sin one has done, it will purify to all of them. So who they are? Kirat. And translation is the province of old Bharata, Bharatvarsha. And then Huna. Huna is Western country, part of the Germany and Russia. And then Andhra, which is Andhra Pradesh. Pulinda, the Greeks, Malaysia. Pulkesha, another province. Avira, part of the old Shind Desa. Means all of that adjoining, areas where Islamic words are. And Shumha, Yavanaha. Yavana word you know, right? Yavanaha. All of these are going to be purified. Does not matter how much she, he, or she has done. So this process of, and in the picture here, you can see all of these personalities. Personalities from different background, from different part of the world, and all of this, everybody, Indian, non-Indian, doesn't matter who they are. Everybody is purified by this process of bhakti. So I think we are making very good progress now. This is done. And then next class, we are going to talk about this verse, which is verse number 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 5 class. So please work on your presentations now. And start, putting your presentation together. I don't know how long it will take for you, but the sooner you start working on your presentation, the better you can prepare, I'm telling you. The presentation is not for a particular module or module that you have studied. It should be your choice. Okay, you can summarize everything that you have studied in Bhakti Shastri in few slides. You will be given half an hour. So maybe 20 minutes your presentation and 10 minutes devotee will ask you questions. Or you can maybe take one of the book, such as Nectar of Devotion or Upanishad, and summarize that. Or you can even take 1 or 2 verse and then build on that. But don't, here is the thing, don't go out of spec. No, don't go out of route. Don't try to give a presentation normally that you give in the Sunday Feast class, or presentation that you would give to your preaching program. No, for this class, you are talking what you have learned as you have studied from model 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that, different books, highlights, this book tells me this, some sort of flow chart. So I'm not expecting that you also should make 20, 30, 50 slides. No, we have 6 model. So maximum, 6 or 7 slides, 10 slides, that's all. You are putting things together in order, make it as pictorial as you want, whatever, creativity you want to show, you can show, and you can present. This is only for those devotees who are going to receive certificate. Those who are not completed all the model, you don't have to. You can be part of that presentation. You can hear how they are doing, so that when your turn comes, you can do like that. But whoever is ready to get the certificate, you can start working on it. Okay, I would suggest that better you start working on it, start putting things together, read everything from model 1, and then put on your PowerPoint presentation very nicely, give a beautiful summary, so that when we hear that summary, we know that yes, we have really learned out of this course. And that would be your last thing. While we are doing that, we can also give the exam for this one, this model. Whoever is going to give the exam, they can give the exam. And then, so first presentation, second, we have to work on the exam. And third thing, which is very important, is please, I'm sure that you should have a folder. You should be saving all of your homework and everything that you have done. I'm going to look at everything, your exam score, which is pretty good. Most of you have done very good. Whoever given exam, you all have a good score. I'm also going to look at the homework, your attendance, and everything else. So if you can put everything in one folder and send it to Bimla Mataji, then we are going to put everything in our Google Drive that we have for this batch, and then we'll keep that as a record for this batch, so that in case if somebody comes and they start reviewing, we can show them. So if you haven't done the homework, please finish your homework and put everything in your folder. And I think by next month or so, we should be wrapping up with this course. Once I'm done teaching, then we should right away give the exam, and presentation can go in parallel. I see that there are only 7 students, is coming to the class. Out of the 7 students, few of you might have joined late, like Santa Mataji and Binda Sundari Mataji, right?
Yes.
Not Santa Mataji, Satyanarayan Prabhu. Satyanarayan Prabhu and Binda Sundari Mataji, both of you don't have to give the presentation, work on your homework and be ready for your exams. But others, I believe, Bimla Mataji for sure, she has been from the very beginning. And then Manohar Prabhu, sure. Sadhujanand Prabhu, sure. Santa Mataji, what is your status? Where you are? I think you gave most of the exams, right?
Yeah, I missed what to Prabhu. I will do in between, but I can give the presentation. In that way, not do it. Yeah.
And how about the exams? Have you given the exam for the last one? I think you did. I don't know. You were
No,
out.
next.
Oh, you were
I-
out of country, right? I remember.
I need to give Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji. So please work on that one. If you have to take the exam separately, we'll try to do it for you, Mataji. And then I think we should proceed. We should proceed and start, setting you up. So I think by end of this year, Manohar Prabhu, you'll have the certificate, okay? It will take me 2 or 3 weeks to get the certificate. Is that okay with everybody?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Sadhujanand Prabhu, are you okay? Maharaj is not going to give initiation this year, I heard.
Yes, Prabhuji, that's fine. Yeah.
So then I have to start the next batch. Do you have some devotees who you can recommend? Send me their names so that I can add them, create the batch.
Prabhuji, I've sent one. I will send one more. Prabhuji.
Yeah, please send me a few names. And then I also have to start talking here to my St. Louis devotee. They want to join, or maybe start sending the flyer and do that. So Brinda Sundari Mataji and Satyanarayan Prabhu, if we start the batch, maybe after 2 or 3 weeks, and we start studying the Bhagavad Gita, do you think that you would be able to attend this class and that class also, or no? I'm just checking. Satyanarayan Prabhu and Brinda Sundari Mataji.
I started the class from the day 1, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but you were not part of the Bhagavad Gita, right?
Right, I will join the Bhagavad Gita.
You
yes.
started from Isopnisad.
No, I started from the
Nectar of Devotion.
next of instruction.
Oh yeah, Isopnisad. Yeah, Nectar of Instruction, and then
Nectar of Devotion and Isopnisad, all 3.
wow, then you are also 75% done then.
Yes, Bhagavad Gita only left.
Only Bhagavad Gita is remaining, right?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wow, then both of you are also way ahead. That's good, very good. And we have to just do the Bhagavad Gita, and then we'll be good. And for others, we will just finish it by finishing this model 6, model 5, I think. Yeah, it's model 5, model 5. Yeah. 6 one is done. Pretty good. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. I think we are very much close to closing this course for this batch. Anything anybody has before we adjourn today?
So,
I would like
Prabhuji,
to make sure that you're asking some tough questions. Yes, Mataji, please.
no, I'm just asking for the presentation. Like, can we do a sloka or a particular sloka from Bhagavad Gita? Can we do the presentation, or you want us to
No,
do?
so if you take one verse
Mm,
and spend all the time on that verse, that means you are giving a class.
mm.
Our purpose of this presentation would be that that you present some flow of learning, sequential. This is Krishna saying that's how, like for example, we just saw this slide, right?
Yes, yes, Prabhuji.
So you can say that, okay, in this slide I learned how hearing, this particular verse. So it should be some degree of, flow that in Bhagavad Gita, maybe you can take one chapter, but one verse. If you just talk, then it's going to be very much giving a class.
Okay.
That's what I think.
So one chapter is enough, right, Prabhu? Or one few chapters?
I would suggest that you should at least have a presentation from first 6 chapter of Bhagavad Gita, or 6 to 12,
Yeah.
or 13 to 18, like that, or Isopnisad, the entire Isopnisad, or entire Nectar of Devotion, or entire Nectar of Instruction. I would prefer that, if you can do that. If you cannot do that, the ideal expectation from my side is that you summarize everything that you have studied, all 6 cantos. First, first 3 model of Bhagavad Gita, which are 3 sections of Bhagavad Gita. We studied about Gunibhuta Bhakti. Then middle one is talking about pure devotional service. And last 6 chapters is talking about Gyan Yoga. That's also okay. Then after that, we went to Nectar of Instruction, and we studied what are the qualities, what we should do, what we should not do. That was the major theme. And then slowly how you come to the stage of pure devotional service, worshipping and staying at Radha Kund. Then after that, what are the process of bhakti, right? That's pariyojana, and then sambandha, and then avidya. So Nectar of Devotion is talking about the entire avidya to come to the stage where we have pure devotion for Krishna. So that's what we studied in Nectar of Devotion. And then last Isopnisad we studied that what living beings should do, and how they should train themselves to see Krishna, what is Gyan and what is not the Gyan, what is Sambhuti, what is Asambhuti, right? And then finally, using all of that to pray that, my dear Lord, please open my eyes and give me your pure, unalloyed devotion. So something like that I am expecting. I just give you more than this, but I just give you something. If you can do something like that, that would be more appealing to me than taking one verse of Bhagavad Gita and saying,
How long, Prabhu? Is it 30 minutes to 1 hour?
30 minutes would be basically time allotted to you. You can maybe take 20, 25 minutes max, and give some time for devotees, your classmate, or I can ask also some questions that, what do you mean by this? What do you mean by that? Something like that. And next class, I would request all of you, humble request, be a little bit more active with, this, class. And, maybe turn your camera on, talk something when I'm asking something. This is something that I tried last time also with previous batch, and it didn't work out. So I thought that next batch I'll do that. I don't know, I'm not that, type of person who is making or giving you some sort of fear. I'm very friendly. I know that. But if you feel like that, there is something else that is stopping you to express your heart, then I think we should talk about it. I'm your best friend, I can tell you. I would never harm. I would do nothing that would be hindrance in your devotional service. I'll always support you. That's the goal of my life also, to support devotees. So please, let's a little bit more connect. And as Mataji said, Santa Mataji, let us start working on our presentation. It should be summary. I would love to hear summary of the entire 6 model that we did. But even if you do 1 or 2, or put some flow, that would be really nice. Okay. With that, let's do Vaishnava Pranams. Let's do together. Everybody, you can Unmute yourself.
One
Vanchakalapatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyo cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo
Namaha.
Gaudiya Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila
Thank
Jai.
Prabhupada ki jai.
Dandavad pranams to everybody. Hari Bol. Dandavad.
Nams.
Thank you so much for your association. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. You all are saving me.